Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of the Meek Manor Renovation in Dragon Valley. If you missed part 1, I will have it linked in the description below, so don't forget to check that out. And thank you all for who have seen part 1 and are still with me watching part 2. I appreciate that very much. So the beginning part of the first video was mostly all of the building and a little bit of the decorating. So now all we're going to be doing is decorating or furnishing the interior, and landscaping will be in this video, along with the screenshots will be at the end, and then the download link for this house will also be in the description. So don't forget to check that out before you go. So we're just working on the master bathroom right here. Kind of picked a little bit of like a lavender color that I chose for this house. So I know in Dragon Valley they use different tubs and toilets and things like that, but I also want my houses to also be able to be used in other worlds as well. So I normally decorate them for the most part to kind of be more universal. This house was of course built in Dragon Valley, but it does not need to be placed in Dragon Valley if you do not have it. So that is, that's nice. I like them to be able to go in other places. Now there are some, occasionally I do create a build that is on a beach or on a cliff lot, and those will be only able to go in those specific worlds. So I'll, if I ever do anything like that, I'll definitely be sure to let you know. Those curtains are from the store. I think they come with one of the kids expansion, I don't know, one of the kids packs. I can't remember which one, but I really like them. I think they fit the short windows very well, and when you recolor them they don't look so kid-like. They look more, something that you would see in an adult room instead. So I do like them. They're one of my favorite curtains. I use them all of the time. So, but if you don't have any of the expansion packs or the store contact, I just got done recording part 1, so I've been doing this commentary for quite a while, so excuse me if I mess up my words. But if you don't have any of the store content, that is fine. Anything that you don't have will be replaced with an object that you do have, or it just won't be replaced at all. It just will be left alone. So but we're just kind of working on the living room area. I wanted it to look a little bit like an entertainment center, but I wanted to put a few things in there. Those pictures I just hung up there, that's also store content. I have no idea which one it came from. I think it might have came from that Grandpa's Grove, I think. I'm not really too sure, so I can't remember where those ones came from. I think that's the first time I've actually used those photos, so I'm not really too sure. But I like putting the little shelves, merging them into the bookshelves. I like doing that. That way I can stack things on top, so make it look a little bit more lived in. And then this is just those little coffee tables. I love using those things. Sometimes I have them by themselves, and sometimes I just kind of merge them around, spin them, and create different types, different looks on the coffee table. And you see that little vintage rotary clock, or not clock, phone there that's on that side table. That's also in the store, but that is in the Generations gift pack. Like if you have Generations, you can download that phone for free. So be sure to check out that, check out the Sims store. That way you can get that free phone if you don't have it already. I love that phone. I use it almost everywhere. I don't usually have phones in my house unless it's that one. That is just my favorite phone. I love the way the old rotary phone looks. So here we are doing some more decorating in the kitchen. Even though I do add a few things to the kitchen, it still doesn't have a lot. So I apologize if the kitchen isn't quite as decorated and full of stuff and cluttered up like it normally does. I just wasn't coming up with anything. I had left the kitchen and then came back thinking maybe I would come up with something, but the most I could do is add a few knickknacks in the microwave and some rugs. That was really about all I could think of. So just getting the rugs and stuff recolored here. I love using rugs. I don't know, I just really like feel of them and stuff on your feet. I don't know. I'm one of those people that's always barefoot walking through the house, and I tend to just, if I need something outside, I just run outside in my bare feet. So having rugs and everything is definitely something I like. I do like them. I like the way they look too. And I believe that orange thing, I don't even know what it is. Whatever it is I put on that wall, that orange thing, I believe that's in the store too, and it's in one of those free, somewhere in the store you can get free. I think even those swords that I just hung up, I can't remember what it was. Was it one of those free New Year packs or something? I'm not sure. But definitely, you know, be sure to check the store out and as well, and see if you can find those items as well. I love getting free items, so if they're free, I am definitely going to get them. Whether I ever use them or not, you never know. Just like I don't think I've ever used that sword, but it just seemed to go nice with the kitchen. It seemed to go very nice with it. So here's our formal dining room. Just adding some fancy curtains. Went kind of like a bluish theme here. We took the light blue off of the wallpaper. It had little blue flowers, so that's kind of where I got the blue from. And we got our own little china cabinet there. All that is some countertops with bookshelves and a mirror behind it. I thought that looked nice, gave it a nice added touch. So what we're doing here, that shelf is from Into the Future. I love that shelf. It's not very big, so it fits nicely. We put one of those tubular looking lights. I think it's a fluorescent light, and I took it and I pushed it all the way up to the top, and it gives a little bit of lighting for your cabinet there. That looks really nice. You got like under cabinet lighting. Sometimes I do that in the kitchen. If I have upper cabinets or something, I'll add that little fluorescent light right up underneath there. So, but here we're just working on the looks like the guest bathroom. So I couldn't remember in the first part if that was a bathroom or a laundry room. It looks like I did a laundry room. So unless I change it later down the road, I'm pretty sure it stays as a bathroom there. So I think in my game, when I ended up playing in this house, I went and remodeled that bathroom. It didn't take me very long, and I decided I was going to make that a laundry room. So, but the original house, I believe, is a bathroom. So what you see here is what you're going to get when you download it. So, but I'm just doing some recoloring here. I'm just doing some more. Looks like I must have missed that window or something. Adding curtains. And just seeing what else. Looks like recoloring. It looks like, I just now noticed, partway through the video I must have changed my settings, and now you can see what I'm doing now. I just now noticed that. You can see my patterns and all my objects and stuff. I don't know why I didn't notice that before. I have no idea when I changed that. Somewhere, I guess, in the video. So just going through and doing some more recoloring, getting the freeze level area, at least trying to get a pattern or something that'll look nice right there. So, and then just putting in some lighting. Again, some more lights that are in Buy-to-Bug that you won't see in live mode. So those are always nice. I don't mind using them, but once in a while I have found that when they're used, they do not always turn on. So I try not to, I don't like using them as my main lighting, because I have downloaded houses before and the only lights in the house are those ones from Buy-to-Bug, and sometimes they don't turn on. So I prefer to still have as many other lights in the room as I can. But here we're just working on the little office and sitting area. I like adding those whenever I can. I always put in the computer, not the laptop, but the actual computer. I personally, I don't know if the sim is able to, if you were to put a laptop in, I don't know if they can take it and put it in their inventory. I would like, if I put a computer in the house, I would like it to stay there. So if a family moves out of the house, then at least I know that that computer is still there. So that's why, if you're wondering, that's why I always put in one of those computers and not a laptop, because I really don't know if the Sims living in the house will be able to just take it and move out with it. I don't want them to leave the computer. Just putting in a little side table here. I'm just looking around for some added things that I can add. Put a little candle. At least I think that's a candle. I'm not sure what that is. It's an itty bitty little light. I really don't know what it is, but I thought I'd put that there for a little added something. Just not adding rugs. Like I said, I like using rugs. I think they look nice, they feel nice. Other than that, that is about the only reason why I use them. They seem to also help clutter up the room. So I think that helps add a nice touch. So just going through looking for more things that I think I want to add something to that wall. Yes, that's one of those boards so you can hang stuff on. So the stuff that you see putting in here is a set from the store. It's one of those, like I said, it's one of those kid sets, whichever one that has like the monkey and all of that stuff. I really don't know. At the time that I had downloaded this one a while back, I had actually downloaded all the kid stuff that I could get all at one time, because I was doing a daycare is what I was creating. So I had gotten as many child items at one time that I could. So since I got them all at the same time, I don't know one of the kids items from the other. So all I know is they came from the store. So if you don't have this set, then majority of this room is probably not going to be there, because just about everything in here is from the store. So including them curtains. Those are those curtains I was telling you about in the master bathroom there that come from the kids set, but if you recolor them, they don't look so childlike. And I went ahead and left them the way that they come, and as you can see, they definitely look more childlike when you just leave them go. So I like them. I use them a lot, and I love these rugs. Rotating them, spinning them, you can make all kinds of different zigzags and shapes with those curtains. And then I think that is some kind of, I don't know, a melon light or something. I don't know what that is supposed to be. So, but now we're just working on I guess it could either be a spare bedroom or maybe a teenager's room. It's kind of more directed towards to a girl. I put a vanity set or vanity right here. It looks like a place where she can do her makeup and stuff. The sim can sit on that bench. I always rotate it, that way they can at least sit on it. They may not be able to do anything with the vanity, but at least they can sit there. So I always rotate it so they can sit down. So just working on the walls. If I already have an idea of the wall that I want to put in the room, I will do that first. But if I'm still unsure of how I want it to look, then I'll just start throwing furniture in first, and then eventually, I'll come up with something. The color on that wall, I really couldn't tell you the color. It's some kind of like purplish brown. It's like the purple color going towards in like the brownish tones. I thought it was nice. I really liked it. And then I recolored the butterflies up there to match. I thought that added a nice trim, nice touch. So just recoloring, the furniture to match. And then just tossing all kinds of other things in there. So more rugs. Like I said, I love rugs. So you probably won't find one of my houses without them. I always have them. So, But if you don't like the rugs, well, they're easy to just click on and delete. So give your sim a little added money for selling them. So nothing wrong with that. And them curtains are also from the store. I think they came from, I think, I'm not sure what they're called, but they did come from one of the kids sets. And again, they are another one that if you change the colors and stuff, they do look quite nice. So I use them all the time too. I love those curtains. Um, but just going through and, like I said, recoloring and just adding all kinds of stuff. So I'm not sure what I just did there. Maybe I was getting a, oh, those windows. Those windows apparently didn't get colored again. Just adding a few posters. I like to do this with this painting once in a while. It almost looks like, if you do this, kind of like, with the candles and everything, kind of reminds me of somebody that does that for somebody who maybe passed away. That's kind of what it looks like, I guess. But I guess it doesn't have to mean that. I mean, if you don't want it to be quite that, dark and, sad, it could just be, they just have a painting there and some stuff on a shelf. So just put in a little easel. I always forget those kinds of things. The easel or the telescope. I always forget that stuff. So I apologize if your sim wants to use that kind of items and my houses don't have them. I do tend to forget. I just thought since I had put that painting easel there that we would add some stuff next to it to kind of look like they have all kinds of painting supplies there right next to them. Then a little rug I like to put there to help with, you never know how sloppy your paint's going to be. You don't want it all over your floor. So a few rugs there just in case you're sloppy. And then here we're working on just the upstairs bathroom. Nothing too fancy, just a little room with a shower. Just going to go and retexture the wall a little bit to give it some tile. Let's see, it looks like I must have chose the green tones for this room. I try to use different colors in different rooms, that way it's not all the same colors. I don't like going through and copying from room to room, making all the bathrooms the same or having all the same wallpapers. I like to have a variety, so I don't do a whole lot of copying, pasting. I like to make them all a little bit different, their own unique, and depending on where they're located and who's taking care of it, it might look a little different. So we're just adding a few things to the bathroom, just try to help. I like my Sims to have as much nicely decorated moodlets as I can get, so I'm always adding as many things, even in a small room like this, as I can possibly get, just so they can have, one of those nice moodlets whenever they're in the room. So just kind of retexturing the shower, adding a few more things, and of course the rugs, can't forget them. So I love that one rug that's in front of the shower, and then there's a bigger one that matches it, but it never seems to, it always has a weird glare, it never looks right, and that makes me mad. I love that rug, and I can never use it because it never looks right. So just adding, curtains, of course, you want some privacy, but at the same time, if you want to have a little bit of natural light come in, you can. I don't really do anything with this breezeway. I add a few lights, and that's really about it. Just going to do a little bit of terrain painting here. We do a little bit here in the backyard. The landscaping, for the most part, is, rather simple. I don't do a whole lot with it in the backyard. I put a little bit more effort into the front yard than I do in the back. There's just not much room back here at all. So I'm currently just looking for some lights. At least I think that's what I'm looking for. It's hard to say what I'm looking for. But we're just looking. I must have gave up on whatever else I was looking for and grabbed a few lights here. So just trying to finish out a little bit of the detailing of the backyard. Like I said, it's rather simple, nothing really to it. And so just doing a little bit more landscaping, maybe add a little bit of flowers right here. So I think the landscaping turns out nice. Sometimes my landscaping doesn't turn out too bad, and other times it really could use a little bit more help. It's not my best area, so just looking to see if I can maybe put a little bit of a tree back here just for some added shade and add a little bit more look to the property since it is rather small. It's not very deep. It's more long than it is anything. So just cleaning up the terrain paint from the original house there and gonna see about adding my own. So a nice pathway there from a breezeway. That way, you know, don't have to walk through all the mud and anything else to get to the backyard. And then pretty much this entire area up here in front is going to be all done up in flowers and bushes, I think. So I think I even add a tree, I believe. Just a little bit of rocks here. Every now and then I add those for just a nice added touch. So just some of the flowers and bushes. I always have a hard time picking out what I want. I even put a bunch in place and then end up removing them because I don't like them, and I just struggle the most with landscaping. So I decided this is what I wanted to do with the bushes, just, you know, to kind of go around the curve there. And again, looking for something to put in the center. I think I can't quite remember. It seems like it's a tree, but yes, it's that plum tree or whatever it is. I'm not sure what that is. So, and then just a little bit of more flowers to go along with it. Like I said, I intend to put them in and then take them back out. So, I thought it looked kind of nice putting this ground cover in instead of having dirt. So just give it a little bit of added texture down there at the bottom. The build is just about done. The last minute or the last little detailing of the yard is getting done. Like I said, there's not a whole lot that's done to it, just some basic trees and a little bit of landscaping. Now I'm just putting the added touches around the trees and around the house and stuff. So just a little bit more added rock work here and some more of that ground cover just to make it look a little bit nicer. And going around putting all the dirt around the fence posts and just make it look a little bit more realistic. Almost forgot the fence here. I ended up putting that right here at the end and just about forgot about it. So just trying to make it look more like you know, your horses had come in and out of that gate a lot. They from my experience, horses do tend to hang around the gate quite often when you're out and about, so make it look a little bit more muddy and more traveled in. Just getting it finished up here. I'm not sure what all else I'm going to be doing. It looks like it's for the most part getting about done. Looks like I'm just adding the last minute touches onto the house here, making sure everything's taken care of. I tend to do last minute moving around the video or on the lot and everything, just making sure I didn't forget anything. Just adding some more exterior lighting here, that way you can see where you're walking and can see your Sims, you know, depending on what they're doing, you know, you can at least keep an eye on them with some lights outside. So just like again, making sure everything's taken care of. So, and here are the screenshots of the house. I hope you enjoyed this video. This house was a lot of fun to build, and I really enjoyed playing in this house as well. If you would like to be notified of more videos when they are uploaded, don't forget to subscribe. Rate this video, let me know how I'm doing in the comments below, and I will see you the next time, and you have a great day. Bye.